Hello, everyone. I don't know. I give up. You people you crack me up. Where to start, really? I don't know. I was hoping that people would. Hey, Casper, how you doing, man? Lady. Hi, NFJ. I don't know who's who. I was hoping that people would stop doing what they're doing, give themselves a chance, but that isn't happening. That's crazy. Still attacking, still doing crazy things, still hoping against hope that, what they're doing is going to affect me or other people. And they're just getting more, deeper in the hole that they're in. And, and people don't make it. But it is what it is. Just want to put a few specifics out because some people, it's already on the title page, but some people think that they're all powerful and they can't be touched. And, they've hurt some people, more than a few, and did something on a private boat. You can read it in the title screen. This uncle, this popular artist who thinks, probably thinks they're untouchable. Heroin, immigration, all of that is going to be involved in this exposure of this popular artist that thinks that they're all powerful and that they can't be touched and want to keep it secret. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not all powerful and you can be touched, and it's not secret. That's it. It's not secret. All the things that you've done, they're known. Who you've done it to, it's known. You're popular now already. You'll be even more popular when people find out what you did. Now, I'm asking that people who are doing these bad things come forward in order to help themselves and help the victims. In order to, people forget, there isn't just earthly court, there isn't just earthly prison. There is spiritual court and spiritual prison, and there are worse things that can happen to you than just being told off by a judge that you've managed to pay or bribe or blackmail or however you people go about it. You see, all of that's stopping. I've tried to warn you. It's all stopping. You people that are bribing, listen, you need to listen. You people that are bribing the legal system, the judicial system, it's stopping because those people are getting caught as well. Those people won't exist anymore. Like, you're going to have to go against real police, real three-letter agencies. And when I say real, I mean uncorrupt, unbribed. Those people are going to be found out. Like, you need to see what's being exposed. From thousands of years ago, being exposed about Jesus, about the Bible, about all of these different things that have happened thousands of years ago, all the way up to now. All the way up to now. It's all being exposed. All of you people that have done all these bad things from thousands of years ago till now, all of you are being exposed, including the police, including the FBI, including the CIA, including the judges, including the lawyers, including the doctors, everybody who's behind all of this bull. People think I'm talking about Chase. I'm not talking about Chase. I'm talking about the whole world. everything that's been going on in different countries, all these people linking up to do these bad things. Remember the web? Remember the spiders and the web? Everybody doing all these bad things are being exposed. Everything that was hidden from this world of ours, taken over by these corrupt people thousands of years ago, beings, whatever you want to call them, thousands of years ago, is all coming to the fore. Now, I've asked that you do the right thing and you voluntarily own up, because that helps you. Doesn't help me, doesn't help the victims, it helps you. I'm trying to help you, help the people that you've abused, brutalized, whatever, stolen from, in order that there's the least amount of suffering as possible. That's it. The least amount of suffering as possible. But this is where you need to listen. My patience is running thin. The patience of the people that you have abused is running thin. Mom and dad, it's running thin. You see, listen, please listen. Told you about Jonah. He asked Mom and dad to spare the people and was told that they had to repent in order that they would. And they did. And they were. And you have been asked to do the same. And you haven't. Now, in my earlier videos, I said, look, I don't want Mum and Dad or God, however, universe, whatever, however you want to look at it, because you believe shit. You believe in your shit, which obviously by now doesn't work. When they've had enough, they restart, but they restart with destruction. I don't want them to start with destruction. I don't want that. I don't want to start the creation again with destruction. I don't want everyone having to perish because of a few evil sons of bitches. So this is more surgical now. Just the evil sons of bitches are the ones that are going to be caught out. But, just to be fair, give them a chance. Like, don't just take them out, which is quite possible. You know all about surgical strikes. You know all about black ops. But this is on a higher scale. So instead of just taking these people out, because remember, please listen. You are the sons and daughters of God. Mum and Dad. You're the sons and daughters. Now, there aren't many. There are some evil sons of bitches. There are some that will take out their own children that live on this earth or other worlds. There are some people that will do that because, you already know you have. There are some families that will do that. Some parents that don't care too much about their own offspring. But Mum and Dad, they have a history. They have a history of enough's enough, that's it. But they also have a history of warning people that at some point, enough's enough. And you're not listening. And you're still attacking. Probably even right now. Like, there are people that think, I wonder how real it is. I wonder if he can really read, my thoughts. I wonder if he can really, see what's going on. I wonder if this, that, and the other. And I tell you what it is, and you still doubt. Yes, she will tell us she was murdered. You said she wouldn't. Not you people that are watching. Hey, Wig, how you doing? They know who it is. They will see it because God will make sure that they see it. You said She won't tell anyone she was murdered. Guess what? You're trying to keep it secret. Other person. Different person now. You're trying to keep secret what you did on that boat. You think no one knows. Yep. Popular artist, you. Yep. Someone else. Yes, I do know. I know the feelings you have. Yes. Like, stop asking silly questions about the information that you're getting. Listen, for fuck's sake. Listen. Time doesn't exist. Time does not exist. We made it up. Everything that's happening is happening right now. Past, present, future. Happening right now. And God, mom and dad, universe, creator, whatever you want to believe, even if you don't want to believe, whatever it is, exists in the future, in the past, right now. See, hear, everything. All one consciousness. And the person that's able to do all of this can tap into everything and everyone. So everything you say and do is already known. I told you, you're in the film and you're playing a role. It's already done. And the only way that you change it is you say, look, I don't want to play this role. Remember, repent, Jonah. Or you end up like the Pharaoh with Moses. Or you end up like those people that run over the edge of a cliff because all they did was polish up the shields and turn around and leave the sun shining in their eyes. And you end up like those people. And even though the people in front of them have gone over the cliff, shouting, screaming, because they're falling down, the people behind them still follow them over. Even though there are signs that something isn't right. Like Pharaoh doesn't stop, like parts of the Red Sea. Moses goes across with the people. Pharaoh doesn't stop and go, hang on a minute, how the bloody hell did he do that? I would have. I'd be like, whoa, hang on a minute, whoa. What just happened here? Water there, through the middle. What? Like, pretty obvious sign that, there's a higher power at work. Surely anybody with a bit of common sense, or not as angry as you people are because you want something that you don't deserve and you can't think straight, surely you go, whoa, hang on a minute. Even if I catch up to them, it wouldn't be in my best interest to do anything to them. Because here I am looking at water on this side and water on this side. That's pretty powerful stuff, that is. And whoever did it obviously did it to let them go through. To run away from me, chasing them. I'm chasing them, trying to do them harm. And some powerful force separated the water. We better go back. So I'm telling you, don't follow Moses, because it's going to end bad for you. I'm telling you, Jonah said, repent, and they were saved. I'm telling you these things not to help me. I don't care. It's not to help me. I want the least amount of suffering as possible. You're suffering, and the people you're attacking are suffering, or used to suffer. They're not suffering so much now because you're not able to do as much now. Because you've been naughty and mum and dad have stopped you. Even though you keep trying. And every time you do it, and I come on here to show you that it's not working, not just to me, to the others. I try and show you that it's not working, and you carry on. Pharaoh chasing Moses. Wow, look at all this water around us. Like, this is bad. This is really bad. But let's still chase Moses. Let's still try and do what we were doing. It doesn't matter how bad it is. Let's try and chase Moses. And you know what happened? All that effort they put in, all of it, all the effort they put in, for what? This is where you are. This is right where you are. Pharaoh chasing Moses. No, I'm not trying to say that I'm Moses or anyone else is Moses. I'm trying to say you're putting so much effort into doing something really bad, you can't see what's happening to you. You can't see your own downfall. I don't care. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. After all you've been doing, everything that you've done, I'm not hating on you. Still trying to help you. Still trying to tell you, look, what you're doing isn't working. Stop it. Because it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse for you. I'm not here pleading to you saying, oh, what you're doing is really hurting me. Oh, I'm really suffering. Well, I am suffering in some of it because I can feel some of your pain. Some of you people are having pain. I can feel that pain. Now, I don't know whether you're trying to give me pain. I don't think it is that. I think you're trying to kill me, but I don't think you're trying to give me pain. I think the pain I'm feeling is some of you are in pain because of what you've previously done. And it will get worse. The more you do, the worse it gets. Not for me. Look, here I am. Happy, Larry, don't care. Which probably makes you feel worse, but, that's not my fault. That's your fault. Like, I can't help being fit and happy. I can't help that. The fact that you want me not to be fit and happy, I can't help that. But I'm showing you that I am. And I will always be in that way. Like nothing that you do will change that. It's impossible. Got more chance of plaiting snot than affecting me with what you're doing. And not only that, you're running out of money or run out of money. You can't do it. Like your, what's the word? Materials, they're running out. Your finances are running out. The people that you could go to are running out. Like there's somebody who is so obsessed now because they failed so many times. Like they're doing it for nothing. Just to try and see if they can. Good luck with that. Good luck with the karma too. It's like, I don't get it. There is so much that I know about so many people. Like somebody says, if you know about the chase, why don't you tell? This isn't about the chase. This is worse and more than the chase. And the chase will be resolved by legal people, not me. I'm not going to resolve the chase. There are people already going to resolve the chase. I don't need to do anything. Well, I am doing something, but I don't need to tell you about the chase. You'll hear about the chase and what happened. If I were you, I'd go to Arizona, go to a place in Arizona. You'll find out a lot about the chase there. I don't know. But those people that think that they're getting away with stuff, you're not. Those people trying to keep secret, you're not. I told you way back. Please listen. Forrest said, no one's going to stumble on that chest. What have I been saying? I've been saying everything is going to be stumbled upon. Everything is going to be found at some point. There is nothing that is going to be hidden forever. Which meant that the chest was not in a place that people go. People go in a lot of places. As you'll know, if you look into what's happening now, what's being found out now, from thousands of years ago to right now, like Roman coins and stuff are being found. Gods and tunnels are being found. Rare gems. Our history of Jesus has been found. Enoch is telling us stuff. Now, I'm trying to tell you, you're not listening, but I'm trying to tell you, it's all coming out. The truth. Remember, I'm the truth seeker. I'm the mirror. I'm the truth. Is all coming out, whether you like it or not. And most of you don't like it because you keep having a go at me. But I'm not responsible for the truth. You're responsible for the truth. Everything that you did that was bad, the truth of that is because you're responsible for it, not me. I'm just telling you that the truth is going to come out. The truth that you've hidden or you thought you hid. I'm the truth seeker. I'm the mirror. I am here to be the activator and the agitator. People keep asking me, why are you still in the chase? Why are you still in the chase? It isn't about the chase. I'm still doing this to inform people that the truth is coming out. And they don't want to hear it. Listen, if you've done nothing wrong, if bad things are going on, most people want to know the truth. They want to know the truth. So if you hate me for saying the truth, guess what? You must have a guilty conscience. Otherwise, you'd be going, yes, please, tell us the truth. What are the bad things that have been done to us? But if you don't want me to tell the truth, that means you've done something that you don't want people to know. And I've told you, I don't care what you know about me. I don't care. And you're trying to find out stuff about me. And not just me. Remember, when I say this, there's 144,000 of us. And you've attacked all of them. Because they have something that you want. Because that's how you live your life. By feeding off them people. By taking from them what is rightfully theirs. By love bombing people, manipulating people, marrying people, killing people, and getting the money. Claiming insurance. Now, I'll talk about taking the inheritance as getting the money, one thing, then claiming insurance on something different. Taking people's land. But this is so big, too small a world. But this is worldwide, what you people have done. I've talked about the Pope already. It's already coming out. But I said ages ago, like when you find out the truth, your jaw will hit the floor. When you find out the truth. I'm talking to normal people now. These people that are evil, they already know the truth. They're the ones that hid it. Like the Masons and religion, what was done? All the people they killed in order to create this false narrative that we have. All of this is going to come out. And all of these, what's the word? Atrocities, when they do those things against humanity, crimes against humanity. Like, you people think they're just little things that you're getting now. What you're going to court for, what you're being found out about. No. I'm going to ask for crimes against humanity. That's what you're really doing. You're screwing over the whole world. You're screwing over creation. Those are the crimes that you should be put up against. Not what you did on a boat or drugs. Feeding off someone else's energy. Just crazy people. Hey, Greg, how you doing? Sup, Greg? That's what he said. Sup. It's all good. It's all good. So, some people, like, are just coming at the back end of it. They don't know the significance of it, the seriousness of it. Some people have been duped into doing stuff. Some people went in because they thought they were going to be rich. Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter what it is. It matters that you either regret it or you don't regret it. You either mean it or you don't mean it, and you're going to be judged. That's it. Now, I've tried to warn people for 5 years that it's black and white, good versus evil, light versus dark, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want, masculine and feminine, yin and yang, whatever you want to call these things, but it's black and white. You either knew or you didn't know. That's it. Like, people say, well, I didn't know. I was doing it, but I didn't know. Yeah, you did. You knew something. You just wanted to make some money. You just wanted to get something for nothing, basically. And it didn't matter what the cost was. Well, the cost is human life. That's what the cost is. The cost is human suffering. That's what the cost is. The cost is love. That's what the cost is. That's what's been happening. And that's going to change. And it's going to go back to love. That's what this world is going to be. And the brutalization and the warring and all of the other shady stuff that you brought into the world that didn't exist, you brought it in, that'll be gone. And at the moment, I don't see many governments sorting their shit out. But it won't be long before they do. It won't be long before they do. And it won't be long before those very same people may see the inside of a jail because of what they've been doing. And I've been asking that they volunteer information, do the right thing, gain some grace, or they will be judged and it will be found out anyway. Are you going to be found out? You are going to be exposed for the piece of shite that you are. That's it. And I can't make it any clearer than that. Like, you might not like the way that I'm saying it, how I'm saying it, but you're not listening. You're not listening. You've done some bad things, and you're going to be exposed for doing those bad things. It's going to happen. You can do it. Excuse me. You can do it. Try and stop me talking. You can do it. You can do it. The world will do it. The universe, mom and dad, the angels, the ancestors, the spirits, the aliens. Doesn't matter how it happens. Only that it is going to happen. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. Everything that I've said has happened. stuff that I'm not supposed to know, has happened, is happening, will happen. And I'm saying it not for me. I don't care. You're trying to get rid of me. You're trying to shut me up. I don't care. It doesn't help me. It helps you. It helps the people that are suffering. That's it. Them are the only people that it helps. It doesn't help me. The only way that it helps me is that I know that these people aren't suffering anymore, and I know that you're not going to suffer more than you're going to suffer. Because I don't hate anyone. This is not about me venting. I'm not here shouting and screaming saying that you got to stop doing what you're doing because it's hurting me, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It's not. It's hurting you. And I'm here telling you that it's hurting you. And hope that you will stop doing it so that it doesn't hurt you anymore. And you're not listening. Now, in a way, that's sort of so many different, feelings. But it hurts me that you don't listen because I know you're going to suffer. And it hurts me that you don't listen because, I feel like I'm wasting my time. But you're trying to put me in a, I don't know, lack mindset, fear mindset, confused mindset, whatever it is, all of these things that you're trying to do. And you're not. You're in that feeling. Like I'm the water bearer. I'm an Aquarius. I'm the water bearer. I carry the water. These tears that I've shed, I'm giving them to you now. Like you're shedding the tears that I shed already. Like when you were doing what you were doing. Until I decided enough's enough. Now, some people who don't know, what the heck I'm talking about won't understand it. But those people that do know what I'm talking about, they know exactly what's going on and they know exactly what I'm talking about. Like my tears, the tears that I cried when your foot was on my head and you were feeding off my energy and I let you. That's what you're going through now because, please listen, the energy you were taking from me was protecting you and giving you the lifestyle that you had. Nothing you did. It wasn't your ideas, they were mine. It wasn't your looks, those were mine. It wasn't your strength, that was mine. Do you know how I know? Look at yourself in the mirror now. That's you. That's your ability to live your life. However you look, whatever's going on in your life now, that's you without the protection of me and the others. That's your life. That's what you have to look forward to. Because that's all you're capable of. That's why you want to try and steal it from me. But it's not going to happen. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. So you have to go through what I went through. That's as simple as I can say it. And all of the others. I say me, but I'm talking about everyone that you destroyed or thought you had. Like, you were the Hansel and Gretel. No, you were the witch, whoever laid the breadcrumbs or the sweets or whatever it is. You laid them in order that you could catch something, in order that you could feed off something or someone. And you had all these people until you didn't. And now you're starving. I don't mean, well, you might be starving hungry as well, but I mean, you're starving of the energy because you can't make any more money. And any money that you got is just... And all those people you wanted to be homeless, all those people you wanted to be without a car, having car trouble, blah, blah, blah. All those people you wanted to get into a car accident, there you go, have it. All those people you want to be fighting and falling out and getting divorced, and there you go, have it. That's what's happening to you. And all those people you fed off no longer suffer the way they were. And at some point, God will reward them with everything that he took from you. You see, you hid, like Forrest said, hiding behind a skirt. I gave you the words, told you what it meant, but you didn't want to listen. Forrest said, hiding behind a skirt. So you hid behind someone and made mum and dad think that you were the goodie and they were the baddie. You know, like kids do. Mum, Dad, look what so-and-so did. When actually it was them that did it. And you get your brother or sister in trouble when actually they didn't do anything wrong. And that's how you lived your life. And you ended up being the good one. And they ended up being the bad one. And you ended up getting the stuff and they didn't. Because you hid behind it. But now, mum and dad see clearly exactly what's happening. And now you can't hide anymore. Now they see you for what you're doing. You think this is, for people specific. You think she's ready now. You want, go on then, see what happens. You think it's the champion. You think best friend. Then you wonder, like, oh, how does he know what I'm thinking? Like that child said, I swear, I swear, I swear. You think that everything that you do, everything that you planned, like going back in time to Greece, blah, 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 whatever it is you do, is not known. Oh, I want to start again. You think that what happens in Sweden is not known. What's happening in Alberta, Canada, is not known. What's happening in Germany, not known. What happened in Spain, not known. Yes, it is. New Zealand, not known. Yes, it is. Australia, not known. Yes, it is. Ohio, yes, it is. Wyoming, yes, it is. Florida, yes, it is. Carolina, yes, it is. Tennessee, yes, it is. Michigan, yes, it is. I don't need to go on because you know what I'm talking about. Especially in Arizona. There is so much going on in the world that it's crazy. So much going on. And there's certain people that are behind it all. Now, please listen. At some point, enough's enough. If you don't think mum and dad exist, God exists, the universe, whatever, you think that doesn't exist, they're going to slap you. They're going to slap you. No more messing about. No more just letting you hurt yourself. I told you the other day, all that happened was somebody got their ear cut off because Peter. And Jesus says, whoa, chill, man. I know what's happening. I know exactly what they're going to do. It's okay. I've got 170,000 angels at Dad's command. If it was supposed to stop, chill. I'm good. Bullshit. He didn't say, Father, forgive them, or why hast thou forsaken me? He knew exactly what was going to happen. He told everybody he knew what was going to happen. So why on earth would he stand on the cross and go, Father, why have you forsaken me? Why did you tell me I was going to be nailed to a cross? Why did you tell me that and then leave me nailed to a cross? No. No. You've been manipulated. It's amazing. Like, we have these people in history, they write stuff and there's a name to it. They get credited with writing it. Iliad's flipping doodah, Pythagoras theorem, blah, blah, blah. They have their name attached to it because it's such a profound thing. And yet the Bible was written by who? Who wrote the Bible? Like, probably the most well-known book ever, anywhere. Who wrote it? Fred Bloggs. Who wrote it? Surely the person that wrote the Bible, all of it, put it all together, must have gone, whoa, bestseller here. I better sign it. Better let people know who wrote it. The Quran, blah, blah, blah. Who wrote it? Who are these people behind all these texts? And yet now we have the Voynich manuscript that nobody could interpret for years and years and years and years. All of a sudden, they can do it. The anti-Chi theorem mechanism, don't know. But now, oh, they know. It has all this information about the planets, the stars, the blah, 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 blah. Calendar, this, that, and the other. Amazing piece of machinery. 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago. Expertly done. Like craftsmanship they could do today. 2,000 years ago. Knowing about the planets without telescopes or whatever, the Hubble or James Webb. Had this mechanism that had, the planetary alignments, the travel of them, travel of the moon, dates, blah, blah, blah. Had all of that. Standing on Earth, looking out into the sky and going, oh, look, there's Saturn. What? No. No, not in the history that we had. They weren't smart enough to do that. And yet, there it is. They did. Which means somebody's lying to us. You have to ask yourself why. Why are they lying to us? Why is there this piece of machinery that they missed, like trying to hide all the stuff, trying to change everything, trying to do all these things? Why is there this piece of machinery that is so advanced, it would work right now, at this moment in time? We could make it now and we could make it work right now. This 2,000-year-old shouldn't exist piece of machinery. There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason why they don't want people to know. Hey, Nikki. Oh, it's been a while. How you doing? And Luli. Hey, how are you doing? Kiwi 2. Watch out. The rattlesnakes are out. Oh, yeah. 5 Leaf. Bloody hell. Where have you been? These politics display so. It's not quite that simple. 5. My neighbour. Wow. That's scary. Big Snakes, James. What did I see today? What was I watching today? Oh, Kill Bill. That Black Mamba when he opened the money. Oh, look at all this money. Got today's rattlesnake on a post. 7. And a button. Trying to decide to skin or not. Jar it up next to the other. You're going to make a pair of shoes or a handbag or something? Hey, Michael. Are you going to yell anymore? I fell asleep listening to your last video and you scared the deer. I wasn't yelling. Well, I was yelling, but only to give people something to try and discredit me with. Because that's what they're trying to do. Like, they're trying to get me into a situation where, makes me laugh. I don't know how much more I can explain why their plan is so flawed. I'm thankful to them. Like, thank you for the money that you're giving me. Thank you for the time that you're taking off me. Thank you for, making me stronger. Like, you're putting all this effort in and it's coming to me, or to 140 foot, whatever, however. And it's like, you want me to get upset that you do me a favor. That's hard for me to compute, even though I keep telling people, like, you're not hurting me. If anything, you're making me stronger. Why are you doing things you're doing? Because it's only hurting you. And it's like, but you have people like, I can't remember, Greg and Zozo trying to wind me up by saying the things they say, you know, trying to get a reaction. And it's like, you just give me stuff. Like, the time and effort you're putting in is coming to me. You know, I'm taking it from you, just transmuting it into beautiful stuff. Like, you're giving it out as negative stuff, but I'm transmuting it into positive stuff. And it's benefiting me, making me stronger, and making you weaker, which makes you more and more angry because you can't see yourself for who you are, for what you're doing. Or you can, and you're that desperate, which is what I was just saying, you know, Pharaoh chasing Moses into this water, you know, water this side, you know, chasing these people, so fixated on what they want to do, they don't realize that there's a powerful force that's holding this water at bay. And anyone in their right mind, anyone who wasn't just like some of the people here trying to, you know, get something for nothing and really angry and not able to think clearly, anyone in their right mind will go, woo, hold this chariot, stop, hang on, woo. Don't go any further, lads. How or who or what is holding this water there to let these people through? And if this person, this being, decided that he would do this magical thing, move this water out of the way to let these people through, obviously protecting them, you know, the similarity, obviously protected, so there's no point me chasing them, because I'm pretty certain if this magical being that doesn't exist is holding this water at bay, I'm pretty certain if I caught up to them, they probably wouldn't let me do anything to them. There is nothing that I could do that would affect these people, because this powerful being decided to move the water so they could go through. And that's what's happening now. You're trying to attack people that are protected, and you can't see it. And you're going straight into the Red Sea, until such time as the people you're trying to attack are free. And then your world, that's it. So basically what I've done is said, Pharaoh, before you start chasing us through this water, think about the power that you don't believe of who's protecting us. Like, before you keep trying to attack us, think about the power of what's protecting us, because basically you're attacking us, following us, doing whatever you do, judging us, studying us, which needs to stop, by the way. You're doing all of this thinking that you're just chasing some people. Like, you think, remember the Pharaoh chasing people, going to kill people. That's all he's got on his head. I'm going to kill these people. You're thinking you're going to attack these people, and yet they're being protected by this powerful force that puts the river, sea, apart to allow them to go through. But in your mind, you're going to kill these people. And you're not ever once thinking, well, hang on a minute, why is the water being spread? Like, how is that being done? And is it wise for me to keep chasing these people and doing bad things to these people? Obviously not. It obviously isn't. It obviously isn't. As the Pharaoh found out. Because once those people were safe, mom and dad looking after the children, once they were safe, no more bad people. So the best way to not get the worst kind of karma is not be a bad person. Like 5 years I've been telling you this, giving you all this information over all of these years until it came to the point where enough's enough. You took something that wasn't yours, not just me, other people. You took something that wasn't yours. In my case, you took a bank account, started taking money, blah, blah, blah. Similar in other cases, or, life insurance or other inheritance, taken from people who you knew had a good life that they should be living. Confirmation. And you wanted to live that. And now you're living your life. Doesn't look too good. But that's all you're capable of. And you knew that. That's why you're doing what you're doing. Because you know you can't live life or make a life for yourself. So you steal it from other people. Thousands of years this has gone on. And now it stops. And I'm telling you that it's going to stop. It is going to stop. Listen. The government know, 2012, they know that all of these futures that we've got, possible futures, they all merge into one. They know that. They already know that. The government already know that all of the futures, the possible futures, all these futures that could possibly happen, they don't know why it all merges into one. And I've told you why it all merges into one. Because mom and dad have had enough. And they have their creation back. When it started as one future. Like really good stuff. Really nice place to live. And then you changed it. With all the wars and all the fighting and all the bad things that you do. You changed it. And now there's lots of different futures that could happen. But the government know. They know. There's only going to be one future. One timeline. Do you know why? Any idea? Of course you know why. Because at the moment, most of the people don't want to live in the timeline they're in. And they're trying to change it. Shit life, want a different life, trying to change it. Different reality. Let me have a different timeline. 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 All these people all around the world want a different timeline. Because the world they're living in, this matrix bullshit, is shit. Nobody wants it. So you bring down the matrix, the bullshit, the wars, the big pharma, these rich people, rich getting richer, the poor, suffering. People working hard, not getting what they deserve. That sort of world that wants lots of different timelines and different realities. What if you had a world that was cool, loving, caring, kind, got what you deserve? That sort of world. No one's going to want a different world. Nobody's going to wish for a different timeline or a different reality. They're going to say, oh, I'm quite happy in this one. Quite happy in this one. And the person in charge of it, that created it, is going to give it them. So yeah, okay, you can live like this. 1,000 years maybe, just like this, one timeline. There are those people though, these bad people that I've talked about, that don't want that one timeline. They want their timeline, the bullshit one, the matrix one. They want to keep that. And they want to use these people that are going to change this world. They want to use it to keep the bullshit world that we've got. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. It's that simple. So everything is known. Everything that you're doing, everything that you thought of, everything that you did before, everything that you think of doing is all known. Just go to the government and ask them. So is it true what Mario's saying? There's only one timeline. Now, I don't know if their dates are correct. I haven't bothered looking into it. But there is only one timeline. And that's because It's a great new world. Not like the shit world that we're in now. And there's no need for there to be a different timeline. But it won't just be on this earth. It will be throughout existence. Where these evil entities, remember that word, entity, in the chase? Just leave it at that. These evil entities in the chase. These evil entities will be no more. Not just here, but in other realms of existence. There'll be no more. And because they wanted such a world as this, because mum and dad are good parents, they're going to give them their own world that they wanted, like this. But there won't be any good people in it. That's where they're going to fall down. Like, it's going to be the crap world that they wanted with all the violence and everything in it. But there's nobody else to steal off. Just themselves. There's nobody else to feed off. Just themselves. There's no energy to create, because that's what they were doing. They were creating off other people's energy. So they'll be living in a world that they wanted. All this violence, all of this stuff that's going on. This power that they wanted in the way that they wanted it. There you go. There's your own little world. See what you can make of that. Without the energy of other people. And I know you want to try and bring them with you. Ain't going to happen. You haven't even got the resources. That was the word I was looking for, not material. Resources. You haven't got the resources. And you're going to get less and less resources. The more and more you get bad karma. Like, you're really not listening. The more that you do wrong, the more karma that you get, the worse off that you are, which means you can't do the things that you're doing before. So if you couldn't succeed before, when you had the abundance that you had, listen, when you had the abundance, feeding off these people, had your rich lives, if you couldn't do it then, paying all these people, practitioners and everything, bribing the judges and the federal system and whatever, politicians, if you couldn't do it then, when you had all of that, feeding off these people, how are you going to do it now? You're going to keep going to these rich people and say, look, we need this money to stop this person doing this, this, and this, and this. Otherwise, we're going to lose our money. You're losing your money, you idiots. You're losing it by spending it to not losing it. What the heck's that? Like, you spent all your money to try and stop yourself losing money. To try and stop yourself having a different world, a better world. Make that make sense. Seriously, make that make sense. You've ruined your life. Listen, you've ruined your life to stop us having a new world, a good world. So you no longer have a nice house, nice car, children, wife, husband, whatever, great family, good money. You no longer have any of that because you want to stop a world where you could have that. No. Oh, greed. Oh, well, sorry, yeah. So you're so greedy, you didn't want anyone else to have that. You wanted that, but you didn't want anyone else to have it. And now you haven't got it yourself. And more people like you won't have it. Because they think like you. So it's going to get worse and worse for all of these people that think that the rich should get richer and the poor should suffer. Like, there are some, don't get me wrong, who think, well, with all this money, I need to give some of it back to help the homeless, to help the poor, to help children, to help the animals, to help the environment. Some people do that. Some of them do it, not because they're good people, tax write-off, blah, 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 but they'll be judged as accordingly, how they did it, why they did it. But there are some people that do it because they're good people. And there are some of those people that have been approached by bad people and not, fallen into the trap. So there are good people that do genuinely have a love for fellow human beings, all fellow beings, all animals, all sea creatures, all the environment, whatever. They just have a genuine love. And that's how the earth will be. Everybody will be of the same mind. They just love to love. And those people will have everything that you've lost because you didn't want that world. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like, it's really weird to me. In order for you to keep everything that you've got in this shit world, you're stopping a world where you can have everything that you've got. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Absolutely don't know. So in this new world, you'll be the have-nots and the others will be the haves. But if you don't change, you won't even be on this earth. You'll be on that earth that you made, the one that you want, this matrix. Like abusing people, thinking that you're better than you are, your narcissistic tendencies and all of that, your lack of respect for people, your lack of concern for the environment, your lack of concern for the animals. That will be the world that you live in. Because obviously that's what you wanted. And the universe, mum and dad, creator, whatever you want to, name it as. And at that point, I think that's when you'll believe. What do you reckon? Do you reckon when you're no longer here with us, living the good life, and you're on another earth, same things, different reality, parallel universe, whatever it is, however it works. I don't profess to know it all. I just know what I know. When you're on that world, think that's a piece of shit. Just think about all of us that thought the same. Like when you were living the high life, when you had all the money, when you didn't give a shit about nobody, when you trod on everyone that you could, when you used everyone that you could, when you abused everyone that you could and thought you were powerful. Popular artist, talk to you now. You know who you are. And everyone else will know who you are. And what you did on that boat. And when you did it, that private boat. Tough. Everyone knows, or will know. Because you think you're so powerful. But you're not. And you shouldn't be doing those things. And you're going to be judged. Not just for that one. Not just for that one. Not just for that one. See, I'm a good person. And the last person you want to anger is a good person. Because if you can bring a good person all the way down into that place of anger, you better believe that because you did, it's going to hurt you. It really is going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you in such a way that you will never anger another good person. And here I am trying to be a good person. I'm in this frame of mind, in my authenticity. I'm me as I am. And I want to be a friend to everyone. So I am all things to all people, but everything to one. Now I can be quite at home with you, Mr. Man, Mrs. Woman. Now let's talk about the boat. I could be with you on that boat. I could be that sort of person, allowing that sort of thing to happen, and maybe even join in. I could be that sort of person if I wanted. Now, you're a tiny part of that darkness. You are. I can also be the person that goes all the way down into the dark, who doesn't care for nobody and doesn't care about life. See, you don't mind abusing people, but I could go all the way down to the point where I don't care about life. It won't be abusing them, it'll be getting rid of them. But I don't live in that world. You do. And you need to be careful that you don't bring me into that, which is what you're trying to do. It's exactly what you're trying to do. And it makes me laugh. Like, what would it be like? It'd be like going out with Mike Tyson and trying to piss him off. Like, you might be his friend, but if you keep trying to piss him off and 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 trying to piss him off, at some point, no offense, Mike Tyson, I don't mean it, I'm just using you as an example because you're a good example because of who you are and how scary you are to people. And you piss him off to the point that he goes, I've had enough. And he lays one on you, or two, or three, or whatever. Probably just one. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Like, and you're not going to get me to go to that place because I don't need to go to that place. But if you did take me to that place, you'd be worse off. And that's crazy. At the moment, you're getting karma and you're getting everything that you're putting out into the world. And you are suffering. And I know you're suffering because I can feel it. You're suffering because of everything you put out has come back to get to you. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel when you actually do piss me off? Or the 144,000, whoever it is that you're trying to piss off. How do you think you're going to feel when it isn't just your own shit coming at you? When you've actually brought someone down to your level, well, actually, probably lower than your level. When you brought somebody down, because if you did manage to do it, I would go there. But guess why I'd go there? Not because I'm angry. The darkness that I go into is because I know when I tap into that, it's a whole load of shit for you. In order to help people. Not to help me. I don't care. I don't care. You see, my weakness, and I'll tell you, I don't care. My weakness is I care for people. I care for you. I'm trying to stop you hurting yourself. I care for people. Now, I understand people like to do different things. People like to behave in a different way. Some people are very bad, but that's their life. That's how they need to live. Okay? Do it. But at some point, the suffering of those people you do things to gets a little bit too much. Excuse me. It's a bit like these people say, well, if there was a God, why does this happen? Why does that happen? But that's another story. At some point, it gets to the point where you have to go, no, I can't allow this. Can't allow it. Not because I'm angry. See, that's the difference. When I go into the darkness, I go in there with clarity. It's the difference between me and you. Like, you're angry. You're angry. I'm just weighing things up, looking at the truth and going, well, hang on a minute. What's the best way to stop this happening? And then you get a few dark thoughts. Like, I could do this, could do this, could do this. But it has to be done because these people are suffering. And you see, that gets to the greater good scenario. And these power of three people, you probably watched Charmed. Leo, Chase, Leo, there's a Leo in the Chase. Not a Leo name. But Leo, the name in the Charmed, He had to do something really bad for the greater good, though. Like, he's a good person, but for the greater good, he had to do something really bad. Not because he's a bad person, just because there are bad people. So, you don't believe anything that I say, that's fine. I don't care. But those that I'm talking to know exactly what I'm saying and who I'm talking to. And they know, the government know, one future. One future. All these timelines could go anywhere, could be anything. And they will all converge. Listen, because there's a power, you think you're all powerful, you're not. There is a power that can do that. Already did it. We've already been told. Power of creation. So, the world will change. You can either help it change and be thought better of and gain yourself. Listen, please listen. You get karma. I don't know how it's judged. I'm not an expert, as I keep telling you. I know what I know because it's truth. Has to be, it can only be this. Like, you get all the information, it can only be this. So karma exists because there's a powerful entity, whatever it is you want to call it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'll call it mum and dad. Gods. More powerful than anything. More powerful than the other gods, maybe. Or just as powerful as those gods, but in charge. I don't care how it is. It doesn't matter. And they're going to make sure that everything is hunky-dory. They're going to make sure that everything's hunky-dory. Nothing you can do to stop it. Even though you tried. You looked at prophecy, blah, 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 all your bullshit. You've got this other prophecy that you're trying to create to make, to work. You know, she's ready now. Let's try her. Let's try her out. Whatever it is you're doing. You know, you got your clones, you got your flipping drones, you got your building tunnels, and you've got your trafficking and blah, 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 and everything else. And you've got your AI, and you've got your tests that are going on, and you're trying to inject this and do that and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all good. And none of it's going to work. None of it. It's already known. It's already known. There isn't, and your weather manipulation and everything else. It's all known. All accounted for. So going forward, everything that you've got planned will be stopped. Everything will be stopped. Then there will have to be a process of changing the bullshit that you put out into the world. All of it's coming through. I've told you to release it. If you do the right thing, that's what I was saying. So you get karma. Now, I don't know how it works, like how many points you get for certain things. I don't know how that works. So you get generational curses, and you break those curses, and you get hexes and blah, blah, whatever it is, however it is, I don't know, I don't care. So if you're good, you get so much, and if you're bad, you get so much taken away, or whatever you are, or however it works. So at some point, I don't know what the balance is between whether you've been good or bad. Like Father Christmas must know. He must have a way of doing it, so I'll ask him. So you've either been a good girl or boy, or a bad girl or boy, and then you get a Christmas present, or you don't get a Christmas present because you've been naughty. You're on the naughty list. So if you're on the naughty list, once you're on the naughty list, that obviously must mean karma. And I don't know what that's measured in. I really don't know what that's measured in. But I do know there's karma, and I do know there's dharma, and you get good stuff for good stuff, and bad stuff for bad stuff. And the more bad stuff you get, the longer it's going to take you to work it off, use it off, whatever it is, however that terms, or the bigger and better things that you have to do. So if you do a really big good thing, I suppose it takes a chunk off. And if you do lots of little things, it'll take a chunk off. So however that, whatever the point system is for that, I don't know. But I think that's how it's going to be. Now, if you've done, and you have, thousands of years of bad things, then obviously that's a lot of bad karma, which is going to take you years and years and years and years, lots of generations to work off, if you actually work it off. Because if you're not putting good into the world, so you've already got karma, you come back in another life, and you remember the life that you have, and you know why you got karma, and you know you should be good because you need to work it off, otherwise you're going to have a shit life. You have to keep working at that, to the point that you get yourself in the good books. So you get balanced. So you have that, and then you go into the spirituality stuff. You have the chakras, and you get them in alignment. And you do good things, and you don't do bad things, and however that is, however spirituality works. I don't do all that stuff. I don't do it all. I didn't do religion. I didn't do spirituality. I just came to the point where I looked at it and went, hang on, this must be true, this must be true, this must be true, this must be true, this must be true. So these are the things that you need to do because they must be true. That must be true. So that's the sort of life, that's the sort of way of thinking that, the sea spread out, and there's water here, water there, and these people have walked through, so they're good people. Someone's protecting those people. So I get to that point where I go, hang on, there must be something that's doing this. Because throughout history, these things have done, and there was a flood, and all the religions say there was a flood. So someone or something must have done something to make it happen that the bad people, weren't around anymore. And I don't want another flood. So I'd rather it's more surgical, just the bad people. Take the bad people. Hence we have fires in Hollywood and stuff like that. And people say, oh, what if there's a God? Why does he let it happen? That's why. That's why it happened. That's why it happened where it happened. That's why there was no water to put it out. That's why God did it. Where he did it. To send a message to those people who then went, oh, let's do a GoFund and help us pay for our $1 million homes and blah, blah, blah. What? God judges you for being the piece of shit that you are and starts to destroy stuff, and then you want people to give you money to build back and carry on being a piece of shit. Well, I'm not saying that for every Hollywood person, but I'm just saying God gives out warnings to tell you that if you don't behave, he's going to send you to bed with no tea. That's it. And you're not listening. So he's going to say, like I say, he's put you in timeout now. And mom's, having a word about, because moms are normally more caring than fathers. Like, wait till dad gets home. I think that's where we are. The discussion about the punishment. How much karma and dharma needs to be distributed between those people that have been victimized and those people that were being the bully. Remember, Forrest? Let's see how high he would bounce. So I think the bullies in the family, the older brothers and sisters or the whatever, them are the people that mum and dad are working out. What is it that we need to... How can we correct this misbehavior? That's what it is. How do we correct this misbehavior that's been going on? Well, what is the punishment for the sins that they did? Hey, Woody. Oh, God, lots of people coming. I didn't even know. Hi, Glenna. Treasure Poem is the name he used to write. That's Frederick. That is Treasure Poem. He used to be music, something or other, music lyrics. Hello, treasure hunters. Tigger and MJ. Hi, Tigger and MJ. Many names, Woody Bog. Uh-oh. No, don't want that. This is the calmest rage. Yeah, just I've tried to pretend. I've told you before. I've tried to pretend in the past to be an angry person, and like talk on the level that some of these people understand, or explain, not explain, put across the atmosphere. Why are you doing this? Trying to tell me to restart my computer. Probably saying that I'm saying too much, and I shouldn't be telling people this. That's another thing. Like, it's supposed to move in silence. Like, let you people suffer and wonder. Not you, all of you people, but the people that need to know this. Wonder is what I'm doing. If the stuff they're doing, is it working? Blah blah blah. Well, no, it's not working. And I'm telling you, not so you can keep doing it, because it's pointless. Keep doing it. It's pointless. Like, I don't know. I'm talking to you. I'm laughing and joking, and I'm having a good time. Not because I think it's funny what's happening, but because I am who I am, and what you're doing isn't affecting me. And I'm telling you that, and you think, okay, then we'll carry on. Like, this is years and months. It's not working, and it's getting worse or better. So it's working even less. And you've been asking, oh, let's find out if he really can, yeah. And now yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I can't tell you any more than I'm telling you, in order to tell you that everything that you're doing is already understood. And at some point, you'll get the message, but at that point, it'll be too late. And some of you won't get the message. Some of you are just like the Pharaoh. You're stuck at the Red Sea, and you've lost everything and everyone, because the water's come crashing around you, because you're too blind. So maybe you need to go stop where the warm water's holds. No, I don't, and only use Woody Bog. Even Luli has said, oh, I better put my glasses on because I can't read. I don't know why I do that. I'll try and read it, and I know that I've got my glasses here. Even Luli has said, hi, Woody Bog, aka Forest Fan, but you are the fake Forest Fan. Yeah, but she says Forest Fan because Woody is Forest and Bog is Fan. So I think we all thought that. What do you mean by fake? I'm a real person. Yeah, we all say the same. We all say you're Forest Fan because that's what Woody Bog is. Keep lying to me and I will talk more. Leave me alone. Yeah, stop picking on people. If you are having problems with someone, it's not me. I mind my own business. My word is like gold, and I don't tell lies to anyone. I don't deceive anybody either. Now, I think that just the confusion is Luli calls you Forest Fan because you're called Woody Bog. Not because you have a different name of Forest Fan, just because Woody means forest and Bog means fan. And, that would be the assumption that everybody make, or most people would make, that, you're Forest Fan. Yeah, I'm going back to 5 now. It is a calm rage, but I'm not I'm not angry with anyone. But I don't see how people don't get it. You screwed my life over by doing what you did. And I'm grateful because I became the strong person that I am now. Without you doing what you did, I wouldn't be who or where I am now. I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have. I wouldn't have the demeanor that I have. I wouldn't have the thoughts that I have. I wouldn't be the person that I am now. So I thank you for doing those bad things. And again, I won't forgive you because I don't judge you. I don't judge you for doing those bad things. You were put in a position where you thought doing these bad things gave you a good life. Great. Well done. That's it. What do you want me to do? Get angry? Why? I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. Mother and father will judge you as they are, and I don't have to worry about it. That's the whole point. That's what they said. Give me your burdens, God says. Give me your burdens. I will carry them for you. I wish to prosper you, not harm you. Like all of the good things that were said, not all this bullshit that they added. I wish to prosper you and not harm you. Those sort of things. It's like, well, okay then. I don't need to carry any burdens. I don't need to judge anyone, which Jesus said, he who has not sinned cast the first stone, which means, please listen, which means don't judge anyone. You've all sinned. You've all sinned. Me as well. We've all sinned, sorry. We've all sinned. So none of us can judge. That's basically what that's saying. Everybody sins, so don't judge anybody else. Point blank. Don't judge anyone else. So I don't judge. Now, in order to forgive, I would have to judge. So I'm not going to forgive you either. So now I have no burdens. I have no burdens. I don't need to judge you. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I don't need to judge it. I don't need to say, oh, that's a sin. You shouldn't do that. And I don't need to forgive you for doing bad things, because then I would have to judge how bad a thing it was. I don't need to do that either. So now my life is simple. I live my life. You live your life. You do bad things. And mum and dad judge you. Brother and sister. I don't have to do what you do just because you're my brother or sister. I don't have to do it. And I don't have to care what you do because you're my brother and sister. I can say to you, oh, mum and dad won't like that. And you go, oh, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm like, okay, do it. And I carry on doing what I'm doing. I don't care. Like people say, oh, you're a snitch. You got it, mum and dad. So? So? Don't do it. Like, you're trying to put, you bad people, changing this matrix crap, you're trying to put the onus on the person that is doing the right thing. Like, you're trying to make them feel bad. Dad, my brother's thumping the crap out of me. Oh, you snitch. You shouldn't tell mum and dad that I'm thumping you. Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? Are you serious? Why shouldn't I? Of course I should. Like, you're doing something bad. They're going to take my burdens. I'm going to tell them. And they'll sort you out. I don't have to sort you out. Because if I was going to sort you out, you would regret ever thumping me. You really would. Really, really would. Remember, I've had a bad life. And I've seen some bad things. I haven't done the worst possible things, but I've been there. I have been there. And you know I've been there because you put me there. Those thoughts, they're your thoughts. Not mine. They're yours. You projected them thoughts onto me, hoping that I would do those things, and I'm not doing them. But they're your thoughts. I feel that energy of you wanting me to do these things, even take myself out, all of these things that you want me to do. And it's like, no. That's not me thinking it. That's you projecting it onto me. So I can have all of these thoughts that you people do, the bad things that you people do. I can have all these thoughts. And if I wanted to, I could allow myself to do it. And it wouldn't bother me because I've lived with them. It wouldn't bother me. I could do that. But I'm stronger than you are. I know it's not the right thing to do. And I know mum and dad would be pissed if I did it. So now when you thump the crap out of me, I just tell mum and dad and they thump the crap out of you with whatever it is that you gave to me. It's that simple. I hope you're listening. Like, you're there with a baseball bat and you're trying to smack me over the head. Mum and dad know that you're going to do it. So you stand there with the baseball bat, you get ready to hit me and you go, poof, you smack yourself. Then you get ready to hit me again, poof, and you smack yourself. That's not me making you do it. That's mum and dad making you do it. And you can't see that everything that's happening to you is you. Not me. I'm not sending it back to you. You're sending it back to you. Because if you didn't go to hit me, it wouldn't hit you. I don't get it. Like, if you're not trying to hit me, you won't be hitting yourself. I don't care you're trying to hit me. I know that mum and dad are saying, no, you can't hit him. 144,000, doesn't matter. I say me, but I'm each and every one of those people that you've abused and, you know, given a hard time. And I'm telling you to your face, that stops. And everything you're doing is because of you. Everything that you've done, everything that you felt, everything that you're feeling, everything that you're going through now is the life that you wished on all of us people. That's the life that you wished. And for your benefit, I'm telling you, here we are. We can get through it. As bad as it was, and it was bad, you know it was bad because you did it. But as bad as it was, here we are. The only reason we're here, and they'll all say the same thing, God. Every single one of them that you screwed over, that you've hurt, that you've destroyed, or thought you destroyed, will tell you the same thing. God is the one that saved them. And you get this, oh, there's no such thing as God. Well, unfortunately, there's 144,000 people and more that will tell you differently. Because he's actually helped them. Like, they're living proof. Everything that you did to destroy us, destroy me, whatever, everything that you did didn't work. Didn't work. It did not work. Now, either we're the strongest people in the world, we've got so much white magic, black magic, blah, 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 that we can go up against the best that you've got. Now, remember, your best charge a lot of money to do what they do. But the people you're attacking, you took all of their money. You kept it for yourself. You took their livelihood. You kept it for yourself. So they can't go and pay these super fantastic 2,000-year-old or more, you know, warlocks. And yet us people that have nothing are able to stop the very best, not just warlocks that do black magic, but the very best demons that you conjured up, deities, whatever you want to call them. Now, surely by now you must know it's not me. And even if it is me, even if it is them, listen, because you need to know this. Even if it is, why the fuck are you still trying to do it? Because at some point, remember, the good man, at some point, you'll be destroyed. Seriously, at some point, you'll be destroyed. Because it'll take it to the place where they shouldn't exist in this world at all. Like, if they don't exist in this world at all, anywhere, if they don't exist, problem goes away. I'm just being truthful. I'm not threatening or doing anything. I'm just saying, if these bad people don't exist in this world, the problem goes away. So you can keep going until somebody gets to that point, if you're saying that we have the power, till somebody gets to the point where either they themselves has the power. I'm going to keep saying it because it might happen. Either they themselves has the power for you not to exist, or God gives them the power and you no longer exist, or God just, and you no longer exist. I'm not saying that's the case, but if that's the case, that's the case. If you take it to that point, that you're trying to lower the vibration, you're trying to bring them back into the same world that you're in, even though they're up at a higher vibration. You want to bring them down to the same level that you are. They will use the same methods that you use. Like, you take people out. That's your way of thinking. Destroy people. Take them out. So you want to bring a powerful being down to your level who will just do what you do. But you have no protection. They do. We do. I do. Whatever. And you're not seeing it. You see, Pharaoh is chasing Moses through the Dead Sea, the Red Sea, whatever. Dead Sea, probably, because we're all dead. But the Red Sea. Pharaoh is chasing through the Red Sea, not realizing that some powerful being has decided to clear a path for those he's protecting. So, if I were you, I would not want to bring a good person, a high vibration person, down to your level. Because if they get down to your level, they will act in the way that you act. They will get what they want by doing the things that you do. And they won't see anything wrong with it because they're of the same vibration as you. And it will affect you because they're of the same vibration as you. The reason you don't affect me is because I'm at a higher vibration than you. You can't reach the vibration that I'm at. I can reach you, but I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't care. It's not for me to judge you. But once you start bringing people down to your level, you're not listening, but I'll tell you anyway. Once you bring people down to your level, they'll start judging you the way that you judge other people. And they'll start abusing you the way that you abuse other people. And they might decide to take you out because that's what you do. So you don't want to bring them down to your level. Seriously, you don't want to. Otherwise, you end up like the Pharaoh. You think you're all powerful. You think you've got the upper hand. You think that you're going to create a whole load of shit for someone. And guess what? You get taken out by something who is more powerful than you. And like I say, you don't have to believe a single word that I'm saying. I'm telling you the truth. Like, everything that I'm saying is truth. And I'm trying to relate it to something that you understand. In a simple way that you understand it. Very simple. Told you about Jonah. Told you about Joshua and the walls of Jericho. 2,000 years ago, sound technology. Anti-Kypher mechanism. Technology. Hidden from us because these people, they want us to believe a certain way. Doctoring the Bible, which nobody wrote. That's a bit weird. I'm pretty certain somebody would have gone, oh, I've wrote the Bible. Look, this is my name. This is who it is. I'll get credit for it. Nope. You see, they had to leave the stuff in there. Part of it is because they have to tell you that they're fucking you over. That's part of the agreement. Like, before they can fuck people over, they have to write somewhere that they're going to do this thing. Excuse me, confirmation. But they've lied. And they've broken contracts. And basically, they should be taken out for breaking those contracts. But what was it? Revenge. Somebody was talking about revenge, weren't you? Well, if it's not revenge, no, don't want like that, mate. Don't want that. You ain't getting away with that. Like the things that you think and the way that you try to like talk quietly, no one will know. Right? If they don't hear us speaking. It's so funny. It is. It's so funny the things that they do. Like, is anybody looking? Is anybody listening? Like, just me and you, innit? You won't tell no one. Just me and you. Don't tell nobody. Okay. Oh, you know, who's the rat? Who's snitching on us? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? You are. All of you. Every single one of you. You don't have to have a snitch or a rat. You're all doing it. You're doing it to each other by actually talking about stuff, texting people, emailing people, ringing people. You're all snitching on each other. You're leaving such a trail, it's unreal. Who's snitching on us? Who's telling who's? You are. It's so funny. Like every time you think something and say something, you rat on you. You're the one that's ratting. You're the person that gave out the information, the energy. Like it's your energy that you're giving out. So when you're asking that question, like who's the snitch? You, for actually saying who's the snitch. Like you've just admitted that you're doing something wrong, that somebody had to snitch on you. So therefore you're the snitch for asking the question in the first place. And when somebody picks up that energy of who's the snitch, they can focus on that energy knowing that something's wrong because you just snitched. And it's like, you still don't get it. You're your own worst enemy for telling people what you're doing wrong. Like, let's keep it secret. Oh, let's keep what secret? Don't tell anybody. Hey, Unc, don't tell anybody what happened on the boat. Because if you do what? What? What are you going to do? Do it. And then again, suffer the consequence of doing it. Like you, beloved personal, no, not popular artist, not for much longer. You should be the kindest. You should be more understanding. You're not in a position of power. You're in a position of trust. People trust you to do the right thing, to be a good person because of the image you portray and the money that you have. And yet you abuse that and you think that you're all powerful. No. Don't make you powerful just because you've got money. But you think that money makes you powerful. And you think because people love you and know you, that you can do what you want. And nobody will suspect you. And they don't. But they will find out about you. And they will be shocked. I told you all the other day. At some point, those people that we as, those poor people, we look up to these celebrities. We put you where you are, and you should be more grateful. Not think of yourself as powerful. Just think of yourself as lucky and grateful. But you can't do that. And you think because of that money and that status that you can get away with anything? No. No. And you're in for a whole load of hurt. And so are the people when they realise what you did. But your victims will get some closure. And I don't suggest that they judge you or forgive you. I suggest that they ask somebody more powerful to maybe do the worst possible thing that you yourself would want. Like, see, some people don't mind. Oh, I'll just go to prison for a few years. I'm not bothered. It'll be cushy. Some people, oh, I don't want to know. I don't want people to know that I did this. I don't want people to, and that would be the worst thing that you could possibly do. Even if that you take the prison and everything out of the equation. Or they don't like spiders and spent the rest of their life, every time they wake up, there it is, there's one. Or snakes. Or, clown or something. And they have that sort of life because that's the sort of life they've given to people. Those people that they victimise live through it every day. That's how it should be. Then you might understand what it's like when you do the things you do. And you will be able to be a good example for those other people. Maybe you shouldn't do it. When they see the suffering you're going through. I wonder what people think about you when you are locked up. What would they do to you? Oh, shoe might be on the other foot. You see, there's somebody who thought that they could get away with stuff. They thought they were powerful. A few people. One has an island, begins with E. Somebody, I don't know, Ken Dodd might have known because he had some diddy men. So you're not so powerful, are you? You might think you are, but at some point, true power, sort it out. You know what that true power is? You know what real power is? Love. Love is the truest power. Not the highest, not the strongest. Authenticity is the highest. My belief. I believe that. You might not believe that. Other people might not believe that. And they'll tell me I'm wrong. And I don't care. But if you're authentic, that's real power. And if you're authentic and you're full of love, ain't nothing going to stop you. Ain't no stopping us. No stopping. No one does it better. So, I may be telling you the truth and you may be hating me for it and I don't care. Because I'm doing it out of love. I don't know what you're doing it out of, but I'm doing it out of love. And you hate it and I don't care. Because I'm doing it for the right reason. I don't know why you're doing it, but I'm doing it for the right reason. And anything that you say or do, I don't give a monkey's toss. I don't. And I'm not going to succumb to all the setbacks and all of the stuff that you do. It doesn't bother me. But it does bother you. Makes you weaker, makes you more ill, makes you lose your finances, house, car, whatever, children, spouse, mom, dad, granddad, whatever. You lose those things by trying to hold on to them. And that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, that's the craziest thing. By trying to hold on to it by doing bad things, you end up losing it. And because you end up losing it, you think, well, if I do more bad things and do this, this, and this, and this, I'll get it back. Nope. It's already written that you won't. Remember, you're in the movie, and the movie plays out. And if you don't want to be a bad person suffering at the end of the movie, like at the end of the movie where they show like all the people in hell or wherever it is, chained up or whatever it is that, is the last few scenes. of the bad people that have done bad things, and then pans to the, people walking off into the sunset, or, hugging and kissing or whatever, however it is. Like, if you don't want to be that person in the scene that is, chained up for doing bad stuff, or however it is, whatever happens in your life, then you should change. You should change. And you don't have to change because you believe in God. You have to change because you believe that what you're doing is wrong. That's it. You change because what you believe, what you're doing is wrong. Then you get to know you. And once you get to know you, you become a better person. Once you become a better person, you get to know God. And once you know God, you become a happier person, a more well-off person, not just financially. See, when people talk about abundance, it's not just money. Health is an abundance. Love is an abundance. There are other abundances apart from finance. And just because you have a lot of money, don't mean you have an abundance of love. Doesn't mean you have an abundance of health. Doesn't mean you have an abundance of friends. Doesn't mean you have an abundance of family. Doesn't mean you have all of that just because you got finance. But to some, they think that they're powerful because they have money. Until they found out they're not. Uh-oh. No one believes me by... Oh, see you, Glenn. What are you on about now? I don't care either. Neither am I going to forgive. Yeah, don't forgive. Don't forgive, Glenn. Nope, I'm getting out of Dodge. Well, yeah, I think that makes sense for everyone to get out of Dodge. Not just, get out of Dodge, but close the door on the way out. You know what I mean? Leave the rest there. To write and lie to me. Who's writing and lying? Not to be a butt. Go ask Copro. She seems to think she knows everything. Hey, Hushka, how are you doing? Yeah, but the thing is, Copro doesn't tell you the important stuff. Those people that know everything, they know everything, or tell you they know everything, and they have no intention of telling you it because they want to know everything. Like, if they tell you, then everybody knows everything, so they're not special. So if somebody's telling you that they know everything, you know they're not going to tell you. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother telling you I know everything. They'll just tell you. There's no point in saying, I know this, I know this, I know this, but I'm not going to tell you. Or I know this, I can tell you this, I can tell you this, but I can't tell you this. Well, actually, I'm doing some of that, I suppose. But I'm doing it for your own good, to be fair. So I can't think that I've ever, well, I might have done, I don't know. I try and tell the truth. And if the truth makes somebody think that I am having a go at them, I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. So, just saying it as I see it. I'm not saying it to be hurtful. Like, if you went out and you split your trousers at the back, showing your bare ass because you didn't have any underpants on, and I tell you, and you get angry with me because I'm telling you and letting everybody else know, it's like, well, I'm not trying to let everybody else know. I'm telling you, and you're letting everybody else know by having a go at me for telling you. It's like, I'm just telling you so you don't look stupid, or so you don't carry on doing those things and then get caught out, which is what I'm doing now. Stop doing the same things because you are going to get caught out. So you're better off, I suppose, it's quitting while you're ahead, but I don't suppose you're going to be ahead. I'm trying to think of something to say in that regard. So you hang out with your friends, and they're known for tipping over the trash cans, playing knock and run and doing those things. And you've never done it. You've never done it, but you know that they do it. And then they ask you to go out, with them, around the neighbourhood. And you say yes. It's like, well, what do you think they're going to do? Like, you're going to be involved in that. Whether you've done it or not doesn't make any difference. The fact that they do it, and then you go, yeah, okay, I'll come with you. What do you think they're going to do? They're not going to mow the lawn for someone, are they? They're going to do exactly what they normally do, which means you're going to be involved in it. So don't get involved in it. And once you are involved in it, stop. Like, once you do your first, tipping trash cans over, knocking on the door and running, throwing eggs at somebody's house or whatever it is. Like, once you do your first one, go, hang on a minute, this isn't right. I need to stop doing this. I'm sorry for even doing it. I might even go around and apologise to the people I did it for. I'll even go around and clean the windows for them and, pick up the mess that I made. Like, do that. But instead, some people do it and go, oh, well, now that I've done it, I can't stop. Of course you can. It's like these people doing drugs. It's crazy. It's like you're doing it because you're in a bad position. But that ain't going to get you out of a bad position. Trying to ignore the issue that you're going through isn't going to get you out of that place. It's just going to put you in a worse place. Like, why would you want to do that? Well, that makes no sense to me. Not only am I in a bad place, and I don't know I'm in a bad place because I'm, high on drugs, but I'm in a worse place now because I spent so much money on the drug I can't afford to do anything else. Until you get to the point where you're on the streets and you can't afford to do those drugs. And then you realise, oh, I should have done that. And that's what I mean. Quit while you're ahead. Don't get to the point where, life's that bad that you realise that you shouldn't have done it. Realise that you shouldn't have done it at the very beginning or halfway through or, whenever it is that whatever it is you're doing now that you're in. Like, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. If you keep doing it, it doesn't go away. You just keep doing it until you can't do it anymore. You're not able to, financially, physically, whatever it is, you're not able to do it. So don't do it. Just don't do it. And, people say, oh, it's easy for you to say. Why? You think I'll never try to smoke? You think I'll never try to drink? You think I haven't seen what it's like when people smoke and drink and do drugs? Yep, I've seen it. Like, my dad was the worst one for the drinking. But, like I said, I was homeless, had to live with, drugs and alcoholics. I saw it firsthand. I could have gone that way. What's the point? And that's, the life that these people wanted for me. They didn't realise that I'm stronger than that. Or that God's stronger than that and wouldn't allow me to do it. Like, he already had a plan for me. I didn't know. I didn't know what the plan was, but he did. And each time I was on my arse, he'd pick me up, or the devil would pick me up, or whoever was around. I suppose whoever was the closest to me who loved me the most. And the devil loved me. Oh, he fucking loves me. And God loves me. And it's like, whoever was there to, like, say, well, you shouldn't be here, mate. And obviously, the devil doesn't mind me being there, but my light's too bright for him and his demons. So he's like, well, as much as I like you, mate, you can't stop here. You can't stay here. I'm going to have to move you on. And that's why I walk that grey line. And people wonder, but, the grey line isn't a bad place. It's how you should live life. Seriously. And I'm not kidding now. And, I'm not trying to be the teacher or the guru or the, shaman or whatever it is. I'm telling you, that's what life's supposed to be. You have a soul inside you that wants to learn, and you have to experience life. And that means, good and bad. You have to, be prepared to accept that this earth is a school and we're here to learn. We learn as, humans, but the soul learns, through us. I think Cynthia said something about vicariously, and they're going on a trip somewhere for us. And I said something like that, which is virtual reality, which is nothing is as it seems. So I said to Forrest that he could actually put on a virtual headset, and go to those places that he says he couldn't go to, which reminds me of him saying, if I was younger, I could go back and get it myself. It's like, hold on a minute, whoa, hang on. When you hit it, listen, this is important. These are the things you need to listen to. He wrote a book about a treasure that he hid. And in that book, we were told that Forrest, the person that hid it, no, the author, if he was younger, he'd go back and get it himself. So the book came out in 2010. And in the book, he's writing, if I was younger, I'll go back and get it myself. Even though he just hid it in 2010. What? Younger? You've only just hit it. If we're led to believe anything, probably just a few months ago. Like, you've only just hit it a few months ago. If you were younger, you go back and get it. What? That don't make no sense at all. Like, you can't write in a book where you've hidden a treasure. In a book, you've hidden a treasure. 2010. You've hidden it in 2010. The book comes out in 2010. And in the book, you say, if I was younger, I'd go back and get it myself. What, 3 months younger? 10 months younger? You go back and get it if you were younger. What? No, don't get that at all. I've just hidden the chest in the Rocky Mountains. And I put out a book 3 months after I hid the chest, 2 months after I hid the chest, 1 month after I hid the chest, a week after I hid the chest, 10 months before, because 79 or 80. So say a year before at the most. I hid a chest a year before the book came out. And if I was younger, I'd go back and get it myself. No. Just for the record, I have never written to Glenna. The only time I say anything to anyone is on a blog under my avatar Woody Bob. Okay, noted for the record. I am one of the most honest people you'll ever meet or know. I don't doubt that, Woody. I don't doubt it. What colour is the sky, Woody? Let me tell anyone in here, even to accuse me of any bad or wrongdoing, is an insult to my integrity. Ooh, I think you've upset Woody now. That's a trick question, Mr. Husker. That's terrible. Why would you ask a question like that? In an American language as well. There you go. I knew it was going to be one of those. Blue on a clear day. What about a night? And then it'll be what shade of blue? And then it'll be no, that's only because blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. So, what is the response from Mr. Husker Do? Blue on a clear day. That's a song, isn't it? See, I'd look out now and the sky's black with lots of stars. So, methinks I wouldn't have answered that. I wouldn't. That's the type of person I am. It's like, what colour's the sky? Why'd you be the same now if somebody asked me about the sun? Because it used to be yellowy orange and now it's like white. It's like crazy. It's like, why is the sun white? It used to be yellow orange. Oh, who's good? No response. I'm with Woody though. Blue on a clear day. Black on a clear night. Grey on a day when the chemtrails are out. He's still not answering. Are you not going to confirm, Huska, what colour the sky is? Or what was the reason? No, not gonna do it. So somebody said, if I'm not going to do this or do that, then shut up. It's like, well, that's the whole point. That's what everybody wants me to do, shut up. And that is something that I won't do because I'm not here to shut up. And I don't mean here, I mean on this earth. Like, you don't have to believe me, I don't care, but I have a job to do. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it really well. And I'm sure you're aware of that. Those people that know me from the chase know that I have the mettle and resolve, I have the tenacity, I have the shift, drift and adjust, I have the move with confidence, blah, blah, blah. I have all those things in my locker to make sure that I do the do. He's not answering. Huska, talk to us, man. Look, I'll throw you some hearts if you tell us what was the reason behind the question. I don't get like how American English became so different from English, considering we're the same. You started with the same alphabet and speech. And now you spell colour without a U. Well, that is so weird. Colour. No. Aha! I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed days, the dark, sacred nights. Yes. Another song. Yes, it has to be dark. I think people talk about my light, and I say that I walk in the sunset and the sunrise because I try not to offend people by the amount of light that I have, and I can interact, with everyone rather than. Some people just don't like the fact that they see themselves in me. No, they see themselves when they see me, and they don't see me. And they try to make me out to be them. Everything that they are, they portray me as that. And it's like, no, I'm not that materialistic narcissist that you try and say that I am. That's you. Now, people talk about an abundance, people talk about a lot of money. I've never wanted a lot of money. I've never even wanted, as I've grown up, people go on about BMWs and Mercedes and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, I don't really care about them. It doesn't bother me. Like, it wouldn't matter if it was a BMW or Mercedes or, probably Tesla now or a DeLorean. Whatever. It didn't matter. I was never. That high life doesn't bother me. I don't need that to be me. And I suppose, if I end up with an abundance and with those things, people say I'm a hypocrite. But in order to live in that world, you have to be of that world. I would never be abundant the way that some people are abundant because I don't see the need for it. I do like nice things. Most of it's technology though. I like, big high definition TVs and the latest phone and the blah blah blah, those sort of things. But I don't spend thousands of pounds on stuff. That's just not me. So, I like up-to-date stuff, but it doesn't have to be expensive. I see clouds of blue. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. So, tenacity is what you need. What's that song? If you want to be a record breaker. No, not if you want to be a record breaker. High hopes. High hopes is one and confidence is the other. All you need is confidence, a little thing called confidence. As far as I said, you have to move with confidence. And imagination being more important than knowledge is very spiritual. And that's the difference between walking through the doors and, and not walking through the doors. I think if you want to succeed in life, you have to realize that you're not going to go through any doors if you carry burdens with you. So you have to find a way of releasing those burdens in order that you can walk through the doors. Because, and like I say, that includes, family, friends, people that purposely want to hold you back because they see your potential and they don't want to have something that they can't have. And that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I want the best for everyone. Because if everyone is of a high vibration and having a good life, there's no crime. There's no need for it. Like there's no need for any darkness. If everybody has everything that they need, then nobody has to steal anything off anyone else. Nobody has to do anything to anyone else in order to live a good life because they already have it. I don't see anything wrong in wanting that. I don't see anything wrong with if you want to live in a 3-bedroom bungalow with just one car and a small garden. If that's what makes you happy, then that's what makes you happy. And if you want to live in a palace, with 20 cars and blah blah blah, if that's what makes you happy, that's what makes you happy. But if you can do that and not step on people, then that's how it should be. And if you've earned that, if you've worked to the point where that's what you've earned, then that's what you should get. And nobody should be taken off you. And that's the sort of world that, I want to live in. And some people don't want that. And that's tough because it's going to happen. And they either get with the program or, ta-ta, cheerio, toodle pip. They will have to go somewhere else. Oh, we got an answer from that eventually. But yeah, when somebody asks a question like, what colour is the sky? It's like, hang on. Can't answer that. Can't answer that. So, the title screen is for people who need to do the right thing, basically. There's so much that they're trying to do, get through, have done, that they need to be held accountable for, but they need to step forward themselves because, at the end of the day, we're all going to be made accountable. The Pope and everything that's been hidden there, some of that's coming out. I've told you about the other discoveries, and there's loads of discoveries that are coming out. And as we progress through 2025, there's going to be a whole load more, and it's going to get more personal. And the information I'll probably put out will get more personal to the point where not only does the person that I'm talking to know that I'm talking to them, but other people will know who it is that I'm talking about. I'm not going to come straight out and say it because, you people get upset, you start suing people and that for slander or whatever. and then you've paid all of these lawyers and these judges and everyone else to help you, so it can get a bit awkward. And these, FBI people and these police and pastors and whatever else, they're all paid, they're all in cahoots, and then it's very difficult to get, real justice. So when this judge has, particular judge I'm talking about, there are other judges, but this particular judge and this lawyer and this FBI agent and this police and doctor and nurse and blah, 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 all down the line. When these people are all held accountable, then you might have some news. When they're all held accountable for what they did. And that then holds the originators accountable, like, bank clerks and people like that. So, is it a clerk? I might get upset. So, that's not my title. But there are people in this community that are trash, and there's a few that are good people, and I don't hold anything against anybody. It doesn't matter whether they're trash or not. That's how they chose to live their life. That's who they are. That doesn't mean to say I'm going to go around hugging them and being flippant with them and not be wary because they're trying to stab me in the back. I suppose if it was tarot, they'd say like 10 swords. That's literally, well, probably more than that, probably more times than 10. That's another thing. Like there's somebody who hates the tarot community and yet they're doing readings and stuff. So what? How can you hate them then? You're trying to find out information using them, but you hate them. That's weird. Weird. Very weird. Like some of the stuff that people say, I don't know. I just don't. My mind thinks differently. That's all I can say. My mind thinks differently. I think, well, if you don't like it, why are you using it? Or why are you even bothered with it? There's religious people that say, like, people shouldn't do tarot. And yet, tarot is probably the closest thing to God than anything that anybody does. Certainly more than religion. Because it deals directly with God, with the spirits, with the angels. Like, those are the people that are speaking. Like, I get it. So you could say that Moses was, Moses could have been a tarot reader because he heard from God. Job could have been a tarot reader because he heard from God. It's like David could have been a tarot reader because he heard from God. It's like they're the people that are getting the messages directly speaking. Now, some people don't need the cards. Like they can hear the spirits and they can get the information without the cards. But, the cards are probably more for the person watching than for the person who's actually using them in many cases. So to be of a religion and say that you don't like tarot is like crazy. It's like, well, they're saying that the Holy Spirit is speaking to them. They're saying that the angels are speaking to them. They're saying that God is speaking to them. And more often than not, they're correct. And it's like, as a religious person, you don't like tarot. I'm not saying that this person's religious. I'm just saying there are religious people that don't like tarot, whatever you want to call it. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, they should jump on board with that. Like, Jesus could have read tarot. because he could speak to his Father or the Spirit or the Holy Spirit or the angels or whatever, which is no different than tarot readers. And I have to wonder why they go against them. So hang on. No, I don't know. I'm not saying that Jesus isn't special. I am not at all. But Jesus is the Son of God, and so are we, the sons and daughters of God. So therefore, we should have his abilities. We should be able to do what he does. Now, he obviously believes in his Father more than we do, because we can't do what he did. But listen, please listen. I'm telling you the truth. It's the only thing that it can be. I'm telling you the truth. Jesus walked on water. And one of the disciples who believed in Jesus and looked at Jesus was able to walk on water until he didn't look at Jesus and didn't believe in Jesus and he fell. Which means that anyone can do it if they believe. Which means, please listen, anyone can do it if you believe. Have faith in the Maverick. If you believe, you can do the things that any son or daughter of the Most High God can do. Jesus is the Son of the Most High God, and he could do the things that the Most High God allowed him to do, being the Son of the Most High God. So me as the Son of the Most High God, believing that I am the Son of the Most High God, am able to do what I believe the Most High God can let me do. So I should be able to do exactly what Jesus did or more, if I get to the point that Jesus was at, in my belief and my understanding on how that works. Asking my dad for his power for me to do stuff. That makes sense. And Jesus spoke to the spirits the same as tarot people do. And spoke to his Father the same as tarot people do. To me, that's not a lie. That's exactly what happened, and is exactly what's happening. Exactly. Like identically the same thing. If you don't want to believe it because you believe Jesus is more special, fine. Absolutely fine. But I know for a fact, it's a fact, Jesus is the Son of God, and so am I. That's a fact. If God exists, if Jesus existed, and that combination was right, then I exist, God exists, and it's the same combination. I am the Son of my Father, and therefore I should be able to, if I believe that God is within me, I can do those things. And so can 144,000 others. And I'm just telling you the truth. This is how I see it. My truth. It doesn't have to be your truth. I do not care. I'm telling you my truth, what I believe. You don't have to believe it. I don't care if you believe it. But don't get upset with it because it's the truth. I'm giving you the facts that you believe in Jesus. These are the things that Jesus did. These are the things that tarot people do. These are the things that said of Jesus, he was the Son of God, and we are the Son of God, and we are the daughters of God, and therefore, this is exactly the same as this. There's no difference. If you're going to call Jesus the Son of God, and we're all descended from Adam, who is created by God, and we're all the sons, and they say, oh, he's the sons of man. No. We are, listen, please listen. We are all God's children. I'm not lying. I'm telling you what you believe. We are all God's children. We are the small children, the little children, which is, probably up to about 16, 17, 18, whatever. They're the little children, and the older children, the adults. That's it. So if we are the little children, we are the children of God, and we are the little children and the grown-up children, then we are all the sons and daughters of God. It can't be any other way. I'm just telling you the truth. It can't be any other way. If we are the children of God, then we are the sons and daughters of God, which is no different than Jesus. Jesus was the Son of God. You can't have it both ways. We either are the children of God or we're not the children of God. Jesus was a child of God. End of story. That's it. True. That's what you believe. Which means I am also a child of God, which also means I'm the Son of God, which also means if I believe in the way that Jesus believes, I will be able to do the things that Jesus does through my Father. And people say, oh, you can't go to God without going through Jesus. Yes, I can. Of course I can. I'm the Son of God. I have to go through the Son of God to get to my Father. So I'll go through me to get to my Father. I'm the Son of God. I go through me, the Son of God, have to go through the Son of God to get to my Father. So I go through me. I find the God in me to get to the God that is my Father. That's it. That's it. It can't be any different. According to your own thoughts, according to what you believe, it can't be any different. I am the Son of God based on the fact that Jesus was the Son of God, based on the fact that I'm a child of God. And I get to God through the Son of God, which is me, because I'm the Son of God. So I get to God through me. I am the best person to get to God. And you are the best person to get to God, whether you're the daughter of God or the Son of God. You go through you, because you are, in effect, God. You have to be. You are the son of your father and mother, daughter of your father and mother, and you are pretty much them. Like, you almost look like them, you grow up to look like them, talk like them, act like them, more often than not. You're them. And if they were a good footballer and they teach you how to play football, you will also be a good footballer if they teach you correctly. If they were a good sprinter and they teach you how to sprint, you'll be a good sprinter. You'll be able to do what they did, what they're capable of, because you are their descendant and they taught you correctly, and you can do as well as them, if not better than them. That's how I see it. Based on your own, well, your religion, but based on your own information. I think religion's bullshit, but based on your own information, from what you're telling me, and from what I believe, I'm a child of God, I'm a son of God. To get to God, I need to go through the Son of God, so I'll go through me to get to God. And I don't say that's blasphemous or anything. I just think that's a true statement, which doesn't need any validation or anything. It's just a true statement, based on the fact we're all children of God. If you want to argue it, then you have to say that we're not all children of God. And I know there's people out there say, well, there's no God anyway. Okay, there's no God. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to watch this. You don't have to discuss it. I don't care. I'm just telling you what I believe, based on the evidence that we have. And in some cases, those people that don't believe what I'm saying, I'm giving them the information that they're giving me to tell them that's how I got my answer. You're giving me the information, and I'm telling you, based on the information that you have, Jesus was not on the cross saying, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Couldn't be. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said to Peter, I have 175,000 or times 10, legions times 10, on my Father's command. which means he knew exactly what was going to happen. Otherwise, all heaven would have broke loose and the angels would have come down and kicked the crap out of us earthlings. So he knew for a fact that his father hadn't forsaken him, or God hadn't forsaken him, or he hadn't forsaken himself, depending on how you see Jesus. Listen, he's on the cross. He's told Peter, if it was Peter that chopped the person's ear off, don't worry about it, man. Chill. It's all good. If I want, I can bring down 10 legions of angels. So he's on the cross, and he's a little bit miffed, based on your own bull that you believe, based on your own bull, this book that you're reading, these words that you're reading out of this book that you say is 100% true, and I'm reading from this book telling you that when they said, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? He wasn't saying that. He couldn't have said that. Because if he's got 175,000 angels at his command, guess what? Dad, these little fuckers, they got me tied to this cross and they won't let me down. Okay, son. Boom. Or he just calls them down. Like, that would be the statement, wouldn't it? Like, Dad, I'm stuck on this cross and they won't let me down. You know those 175,000 angels that you said already? Send them down. That would be a statement. Or that would be the statement from the people watching. I thought you said you could get down 10 legions. So in that crucifixion, something ain't right. Something is not right with the wording in that crucifixion. Especially, listen, these are your words, these are what you believe, you religious people. Especially, I'm going to rise in 3 days. Don't worry about it. I am going to rise in 3 days' time. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Father, why hast thou forsaken me? What? Son, what are you talking about? You're supposed to die. How else are you going to rise from the dead if you don't die on the cross? Like, why are you saying I've forsaken you? You're supposed to die on the cross so you can rise again in 3 days' time. Like, this is from your own book. These are the words that are in your own book that you're saying, this is true. It's all this and the religion, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, hang on. No, doesn't make no bloody sense. If you're going to rise in 3 days' time, shut up on the cross, do what you're supposed to do, pass away so you can be put to rest, and you can rise in 3 days' time. That's it. That's it. I'm not lying. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not lying. You could have 175,000 angels getting down from the cross. He's going to rise in 3 days' time anyway, so nobody's forsaken him. So what's all this bullshit? What's all this bullshit? No one's forsaken him. It never happened. It couldn't have happened. Or that bit happened and he didn't rise from the dead. So in there, something is wrong. Your words in the book that you say is 100% true don't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So in there somewhere, someone went, hang on, we don't want that bit, we want this bit. We'll write this in here. There you go. Yeah, that looks better. Oh no, we'll do this as well. Like, let's have this creation story about Adam and Eve, and then they leave the garden and bump into these people. Like, you read the Bible, you quote it to me, you jump up and down saying that you're religious and everything, and what I'm saying is bad and I should, no. Adam and Eve, kicked out of the Garden of Eden, bump into some people. What? first man and woman, no one else, come out of the Garden of Eden, bump into some whatever they are called. I don't know. Something not right there, is there? Well, I don't know what it is that these people who rewrote the Bible, to suit their narrative, I don't know if they forgot that. Like, maybe we shouldn't say that Adam and Eve came out of the Garden of Eden and bumped into these people. Or that all the sons and daughters of Adam and Eve interacted with other people. Like Adam and Eve on their own. Then was it Cain and Abel? So really there should only have been 4 people on the earth. Hold on. Didn't they take wives? Like, how did Cain and Abel have kids? Was it just Eve? Like Cain and Abel were with Eve? Like, this is your book. This is the stuff that you tell me is 100% true. I must believe this. And then I look at it and go, well, hang on, Cain and Abel, 2 blokes. So therefore, sister, maybe, mom, maybe, whatever. But that's how it has to be. Because if they took a wife, where did she come from? Like, no incest. It's a sin. Incest is a sin. Forbidden. It's terrible. You can't do it. How the fucking hell did Adam and Eve, these people that you tell me, this is true, this is God, blah, 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 this happened, this is all true, this is how it should be. Incest is a sin, and yet we have a whole human race out of 2 people. But incest is sinful. Well, sinful unless it's Adam and Eve's offspring. And I'm just talking about the fact. I'm just going by the facts. These are the things that you're telling me is 100% true. And I'll look at it and go, well, hang on. How is incest sinful when it's the only way that Adam and Eve and their family could have progressed? And then that brings into question, if it was incest, why have the genes not all... Like, to get a gene pool of 2 people into 8 billion? No. No way. No way. I don't know why I'm doing all this anyway. Trust my friend. Uh-oh. It's a one. Hey, Richard. What have I missed? Mr. Frank. Woody Bog. How do we know that about you? How do you know that about me? I'm not one to blow smoke. I don't know. Don't know who you are. Don't know anything about you. Don't trust strangers. Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful world. Trust, my friend. Ooh. Trust, my friend, is something you earn. I don't trust anyone until I get to know them. More than a few days. I don't blame you. I'm the same way. Yeah, I don't blame anyone. I trust everybody. Well, they think I trust them. Woody, Woody. Ishta. Oh. Ooh. Frank and Winnie. Frank, good to see you're still around. Ah, I can't see him. I can hear him, but I can't see him. Lulu, hello. RR Kiwi. Who's Skidoo? What's up? Beef Marmalade. Lady Marmalade. New York Police Department looking for a man who had sex with a corpse. on the subway. Do you know where Greg is? Which Greg? Greg was here earlier. A Greg was here. But there are different Gregs. There is the good Greg and the bad Greg. Or is it the bad Greg and the good Greg? I don't know. There's Dark. Like Greg was the bad Greg, and then Dark became the bad Greg. Just what it is. I don't know. Yeah, there is some stuff going on in Washington, to be fair, which is not. Actually, there's stuff going on everywhere, which is not good. But what's the thing? Key West. Key West. Is that the place? Key West? Yes. Key West. He's getting some grape Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. It's laced with stupid. Sorry. I just had to say that. Wrong jam. Wrong jam? I thought it was marmalade. I thought it was marmalade. You can't have both. One or the other. Jam or marmalade. Anyone can any of you say or prove I've not told you the truth? No, anyone. I wouldn't say that anyway. I mean, I don't care. That's the funny thing. It's like everything that I read here, it doesn't matter whether you're telling the truth or telling me porkies. I don't care. Like, you're going to tell me whatever you want me to know or not know. I don't care, because I know what I know. Doesn't matter what you tell me. I think Woody's a, sound person. Doesn't bother me. And it wouldn't bother me if he wasn't. Wouldn't bother me. But why should I care? Only Woody should care about the sort of person that Woody is. Nobody else in chat should care about the sort of person that Woody is. I don't care about the sort of person that Woody is. Because I'm not going to judge. I don't care whether you're lying. I don't care whether you're telling the truth. Just here, I don't know, some people probably not having fun. But we're just here, communicate. Reminds me of Cool Hand Luke. We seem to have a failure to communicate. Still shaking it, boss. This is boss, I'm still shaking it. Did you eat at Krabby Dick's in Key West? No, but there probably are some Krabby Dicks in Key West. I have a porpoise in life. A porpoise. Well, I hope it's not. No, was it a porpoise? Porpoise. Was it a hedgehog? What was it that Forrest said he killed? Well, he didn't say he killed. Was it a hedgehog? Can't remember. It might have been a porpoise. Porpoise. Kerosene. I don't know. I can't remember what it was now. I can't remember what. See, that's how your mind gets, isn't it, when you don't do something for a long time. I can't remember what he's talking about. I know he said he killed an animal that didn't want to talk about, but real name of seafood restaurant there. Oh, right, okay. Oh dear. But what I'm saying is there probably are Krabby Dicks somewhere. Literally, I'm not kidding. Not kidding you. Not being funny either. Jack on the couch with Forrest looks 10 years younger than the find photo. You haven't got a sex video of Jack and Forrest, have you? The couch. I don't know what picture you're referring to, who's good. I don't know what that couch photo is. It's all just BS. Nothing is as it seems. I don't worry about anything because I already know nothing's as it seems. Well, I wasn't bothered about Netflix or anything else. When a person starts saying something that is not true, it always comes back to bite you. Yes, it does. Which is the same as what's said in the dark always comes to light or whatever. I agree. What a tiger. Meow. I don't know what that is. He must be talking about Tony. Tony the tiger. Or Tory. Or Troy. Yeah, kitty kitty. Key West t-shirt with headless man holding a sign reading, will work for will work for head. I don't know. Only Bill could come up with these. Crabby dicks and working for head. As long as it's not a crabby dick, we're alright. Davy B! How's it going? Is the sun shining and birds singing over there? It's all dark here. It's actually started to rain. We've had some really good weather lately. And the old neighbours were worrying about their gardens. Oh, it needs to rain, it needs to rain. And it did. They must have done a rain dance when I weren't looking. Just running around the garden. Good, I'm glad to hear. The world's still turning, that's the main thing. We're screwed if it doesn't. We're screwed if it doesn't. Steve? Hello, Steve. Wasn't expecting to see you here. Well, I can't see you, but you're way back. Ah, Steve is white. Don't. That's not a racist remark. It's a true statement of fact that you are not blue. You're blue now. I'm blue, abadi, abadi. I don't know how to take that. I'm glad you're still alive. Susie! Wow, I never did. Hello, it's good to read you too. That has shocked me, Steve and Susie. Susie's blue now. You moderators. Ooh, I'm getting good at this clicking on these moderator things now. It took me a while before, but now I'm good. Oh, Rich is the same. Oh my word, Susie. You're happy though. Happy. Happy, happy. Me as well are. It's got to be a good thing. I just realised what that was for. Good to see you still alive. Yeah, it's always good to be alive still. What's up? Mario, you're still on after my map. Making dinner now. Map? Oh, nap. I said map. Yes, I'm still on. Oh, dinner. What's for dinner? What's for dinner, Luli? I hope your sister's okay. I might actually go down and make some toast. A little bit of toast. I don't know what to put on it. I started getting a bit creative sometimes. I'll just put butter on. I put herbs on. So it's like a spicy toast. Tastes quite nice. I've got lots of different herbs and then like mixed herbs, meat herbs and whatever. And then I put different herbs on different toast. I have about 4. It's nice. Oh, Asian chicken and veggies. So veggies. Yeah, it's a bit too late for me to make something like that. I think it'll be toast. Good to see some of the seasoned treasure hunters here. Yes, it's been a while since some old names have come back. Susie was the first person who knew that would solve the finest poem ever. I don't know what that says. Knew is the first person who that would solve the finest poem ever. How can you not see everybody? I can only read. You've got mini cams or something. I think you're all losing weight. You've got no bodies. Well, actually, I can only see Luli's and Woody's. Is that a picture of someone? Yes, Woody's got a pic. Can't tell what Susie's pic is. So there's only. Oh no. What's that picture of, Susie? It looks like a man's face. Maybe I need better glasses. Yeah, if Davey turns sideways, you can't see him. Losing that much weight. Like a piece of paper. Diamonds are Trump. Diamonds are Trumps. Yeah, some good names here. Susie's one of the first, not the first, one of the first people I used to watch. Like Toby and Shelley were the first. Like when I watched Susie, I was like, what? I never even thought of those sort of things. I was just, what? It was like so interesting. It's like, wow, I don't think like that. I think it really was Toby, Susie, Sasha. She wasn't with Jason then. Toby, Shelley, Susie, Sasha, and then Calazar. I didn't watch him much. And then I watched Tis What It Is. Can't remember his name again. And Man About Sunday Smarts and Man Alone. That was it, pretty much. That was it, pretty much. I was doing fan videos in I wasn't even around then. I was not even around in 2014. Who cares? Who cares? You tell him, Uska. Who cares? Who's that to? Bill? I'm not sure who that's to. Bill and I loved every one of them. Nothing much. I hope everything is going well. When Mario gets it wrong, how long people been fan tubing? What? I haven't said how long people have been fan tubing. I said the people that I saw when I came. I don't know how long people have been fan tubing. I don't really care how long they've been fan tubing, to be fair. Just when I started, when I came in, I think I think it was a video of the first 5 clues. Toby and Shelley was probably the first one I saw. Or something to do with the Homer Brown, maybe. I can't remember which was the first one. So that was the first video that brought me into the fen hunt. And then there was people like Man Alone, Man About Sunday Smarts. They were weird. They were funny. They were. And then it went on to Fendi and other people. Bear and Fendi? Fendi and Bear? Can't remember what it was called. Who else? Odious Soul. What some of hers? Cheapsteak Boogie. Here it comes, walking down the street. Get funniest looks from. Toby and Shelley were the first I saw too. Then Bill was next. I don't watch many Bills. I think Bill was on like long, like hours, and I didn't watch long ones. So it was more like half an hour or something. I'd watch, and then they started getting longer and longer, and then they were doing marathons and all sorts of things. So if they were long videos, I didn't watch them. I can remember, like, when I started watching Bills, he was walking with his dog, Jack. He was always outside. So that's when I first started watching him, and then he ended up inside. He didn't do any walking anymore. I don't know why. Why did you stop walking out? He used to be on, traveling when I used to watch his. Richard is the meat man tonight. Ooh. Some dairy too. Derriere. Oh, there's a joke on the aliens. What was that? Oh, the alien says, "Oh, a man attacked with some milk." And his friend says something like, "What happened?" And he just said, "Well, how dairy?" Dairy, milk. I thought it was funny. How dairy? Susie got the Eric Sloan put, but didn't match return to Taos. 2 trips. The cars and the poem about the half-witted lot. Oh. Heine. Bill's been around in a long while. Yeah, when I came in, those people, probably before Bill, had disappeared. I didn't see Illinois Ghost. I didn't see Stephanie Doodah, Milica, whatever her name is. No offense, but Stephanie Brambling Pam. Oh, I tell you, I did watch, who I really enjoyed, the Hoosier Sisters. Forgot. How have I forgot them? I enjoyed them. The Hoosier Sisters. Yeah, that was funny. I like them. Bill is older than Trusted, and Trusted isn't. No, nobody's older than Trusted. Trusted is the original Methuselah. He never died. That's rubbish. Methuselah was still alive and kicking now. Right. Trusted is the oldest of the oldest. Oh, cool. Okay, cheers, Susie. Well, if they're on, I'm going to go. Like I say, not here to tread on people's toes. I appreciate everybody that was here. And listen, if you hate me, I don't mind. I don't hate you. It's that simple. And if you like me, I'm grateful that people like me. I'm thankful for the free likes. Like I say, I'm not here for subscribers or likes or whatever. I'm just trying to tell you the truth as I see it, explain the world that is as I see it, and explain the world that will be, as I see it. You don't have to believe it. I don't care. Excuse me. Thanks, Susie. I was in the chase and active on Dell's blog in 2011. Ooh, that was early. Yeah, I didn't really use Dell's blog much. I did go on there, but I didn't use it that much. I don't know. I didn't do mysterious writings much. I didn't do Thor much. Well, hardly ever. I say much. Hardly ever. I didn't do those sort of things. I'm only 67. Doug Preston is 70. Ooh. You're both older than me. Thanks, Woody. Cheers. Appreciate that. Oh, so you're lying, are you? Trying to say you're older than you are. What are you trying to do? Get into the cinema? I was emailing back and forth with Forrest 2012. I don't know. I can't even remember when I was. It was either 2018, 2019 when I first started. I know I went to Wyoming in 2019. I can't remember when I started. I know it wasn't long before I went. To. I can't remember the first. I think the first email I sent was the Casper mountain one. Well, I was never sure about emailing Forrest before, but I think it was about the shape of the mountain of Casper. And I didn't have the book, like I said before. Like I emailed him, like I can't think why you would, want to have put it at Casper Mountain. Not that he's been there or anything, because I didn't know that he did go there. I felt so stupid. I'm telling him that he's got no reason to go to Casper, and then there's a bit in the book that says he's going to Casper. And that was a weird one. That was that. And they're reading about I can't remember her name. The Crimson Dawn. What's that place called? Where Bambi is and the Pond of Truth and all that. I can't remember her name. She's got a cabin there. That was I think that was the first email I sent him about that. I felt so stupid. It's like I sent him that, talking about Casper, saying there's no reason for it to be there because. And then I get the book and it says, yeah, the long ride home says he's going to Casper. Like, oh no. I made my YouTube channel 31st March 2017 and began all of it. Here, kitty, kitty. Nice date. Yeah, I didn't watch Brutal Truth, those sort of channels. Didn't even know David B until, 2020 as such. How young are girls in Taiwan brothels? What? I don't know. I don't know. That's a weird question. Anybody know? Taiwan is part of some shady stuff as well. Better Call Saul. Sounds like a who's good don't for me. Toby knows. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That wouldn't. I have to admit, there are not many people that I don't like. There's not many people that I just think, nah, something ain't right there. I think what happened was somebody rang in and he was so rude to them, it was unreal. And I was like, wow, why would anybody behave, in that way? So I suppose if it wasn't for Shelley, I probably wouldn't have watched many of them. She's quite smart. I don't know, I think she makes it look like she's not, makes it look like Toby's smart. I don't know if that's intentional or whatever, but she's smart. She knows how to talk. And it's like, Toby knows. Hate the smut, Bill. He's only saying the truth, aren't you, Bill? So, unfortunately, in the world, when the truth is not nice, people hate it. It's like, well, I said before, if you tell somebody they're beautiful, they're like, ooh, thank you. Like, if it's the truth, obviously. Oh, thank you very much, blah, blah, blah. Or, like the clothes you're wearing or, like your jewellery or whatever. And they're all, thank you very much, thank you very much. But if you turn around and say, oh, I don't think you're very pretty, they're like, get angry. Well, you don't want me telling the truth because you're beautiful, but you hate me telling the truth because you're not beautiful. So the truth's the truth. There shouldn't be any resentment or any fight back just because it's, like I say, if a bloke walks out of the toilets with his flies down, he'd rather somebody told him that his flies were down than bloody not. Or if you walk out of the toilets with toilet paper hanging off your skirt or your shoes, then you'd rather know. You might not like the fact that you've done it, but you'd rather know. They hate the truth. You can't handle the truth, they said. It is what it is, though. I mean, he had the right, Eric, that's the name, has the right title for his, it is what it is. Just, I think the truth makes us wiser. It's that simple. And you're able to do more once you know the truth instead of living in this, falsehood of nothing is as it seems. I'd rather live in an existence of truth than an existence of nothing is as it seems. And that's 100% right with the Matrix. Like the chase is just, I've said it before, the chase is just life. Like if you look at what happens in the chase and then just put that as everything that's happening in the world, it's like, wow. Wow. Please touch, I'm responsible. Yes, you are right there. That's because they have a different agenda. Like their agenda has been to destroy creation and live in a world of the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And that's just the truth. I don't care whether they like it or not. I don't care if they get upset or not. It's just the truth. And when I say the Democrats, those that know, there's obviously Democrats that don't know what's going on, that vote Democrat for whatever reason, because they believe the bullshit that people, fed about Donald Trump. And like, it doesn't matter whether you like Donald Trump or not. At the end of the day, just report the truth. You know, I've heard people saying things, and it's like, no, that's not true. That isn't true. Why are you saying that? Well, I saw it on such and such a thing. Maybe it's not true. And yet it's so obviously not true because, like, this is what they put out, 20 seconds worth of a video, and this is the truth. 50 seconds of a video, you know, and it's like, here's the truth. Here's what they want you to believe. So they give you all these little snippets and say, like they're doing about me, you know, Street and people like that, putting stuff out and say, look, this is who Mario is. It's like, no, that's not who I am at all. That's who you are. That's you. Me, this is me. And, you know, you can like me or hate me, I don't care. But don't try and tell me that I'm someone that I'm not. And don't try and tell other people that I'm someone that I'm not. Because, you know, I feel like I'm protected. And I think at some point, those people that aren't too nice to me will be, you know, found wanting probably. Too many liberal dumb asses in the chase. Hey, don't be like that. Five's in here. Trump 2028. I don't think there's going to be any more presidents, mate. I think Donald Trump is the last one. That's what we were told. I think the last pope, the last president. Remember? That was the rumour. The end was ever drawing nigh, and now the end's here. Simple as that. You know, people think I might be talking out my ass when I'm saying there's a new world. There's a new world. It's that simple. And it's a lot different than this world now. This matrix has finished. It's ended. It's done. The lies that were given to us will be shown for what they are. The way of life will change drastically because our life was built on a lie. And once people realise what the lie was and how it affects them, like I say, there's going to be some bad days going forward. And that's the, you know, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But it has to get to that point. Like when this world changes, there is so much that needs to be put in place. I just hope that all those beings are all in place to help with technology, with energy, with information. It's that knowledge stuff. It's important to know what's worth knowing and what isn't. So anyway, you lot better go. If you want to watch Calazars, I better go. I appreciate you being here. Again, don't have to believe anything that I say. You really don't. Don't have to believe it at all. But I can assure you, like, if you just think about what I've said, you know it's true. You know it's true. Like when I talk about the Bible and what's been written and what actually has to be the truth, it can't be anything else other than, like, if you work it out, this has to be the truth. So if it is the truth, why is it written like this? Why are other things written? Why is the Darwin Book of Evolution bullshit? Why is the Bible some of it bullshit? You know, why throughout our history we've got people teaching us bullshit? Why does that happen? And why has nobody caught on to the fact that it has to be bullshit? Because those things don't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. So if it doesn't make any sense, then somebody's changed it for some reason. So then you have to work out what is the reason. And then you get to the point where it's not who you are, it's who you can make them think you are, which is the gods. They're the same gods with different names and different times. It's like, hang on, this is the god of this, you know, hunting, blah, blah, war, whatever. And then over here, this is the same god with a different name. And then earlier or later, this is the same god with a different name. So there's this Balder god, Baulder, and Nana. Like, it's like, how many gods can there be in the underworld that look after the underworld? And then, you know, you have Anubis, and you have, you know, Pluto or whatever, and the devil, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, they can't all exist. They can't all be. They can all be the same god, but they can't all be the same god. But why have you got different names and different times and different places for the same thing? So someone somewhere has put false information, and you have to try and work out what that false information is. That's how I see it anyway. So thank you. I'll put thanks first before I sign off. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You don't have to believe it. You know, it's just, it is what it is. That's what I say. So ciao for now. Take care.